Are we back? Am I live? I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. I'm back. And someone followed me. I didn't get the notification. Was it Batu Kionda? Did you follow me? I'm sorry, the notification did not pop up. If it was you, thank you for the follow. If it wasn't you, and whoever followed me, I appreciate you. Anyway. We're gonna read these, I don't know what happened. My internet just died. Anyway. Refresh, yeah, refresh, guys, refresh. I don't know why my internet died, but we're back. Where was I? We're gonna real quick read all the diaries. I hope this doesn't take too long. And if it's late, you guys can leave. I understand. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking with me through that whole movie. If you stay with me for this, for the diaries, you guys are crazy. You guys deserve so much love. You guys are crazy. Here we go, entry 1 on day 7. It's been a week since I got here. Saix told me to keep a diary, but he said nobody would check it. What am I supposed to write down? I do got to go. Have a great night, guys. No, absolutely no worries. Thank you so much for staying with me, for watching the movie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Tempest. I truly do. What am I supposed to write about? Today they told us to go to the round room where we met our new member, number 7. Was I like that when I first got here? I think I was, but I don't remember too well. A name, this is the secret one. A name defines an object, describes the span of it, gives it purpose. We embarked upon the Replica program to ensure our new power stays ours. Now our shadow puppet, No Eye, lives. It needs a name, something to define it, to give the hollow vessel purpose. Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Oh. Thank you so much for coming, Tempest. Hope to see you again soon. Me and Axel went to Twilight Town today. He taught me a lot. Before we returned to the castle, we swung by the clock tower and had some sea salt ice cream. Axel called it the icing on the cake after a successful mission. Well, except there's no cake, just ice cream. I don't know what to write about. Seems like we're getting new members every day. Number 13 was a boy, Roxas. Now we've got number 14, Xion. Today's mission was to show Roxas the ropes. I feel like they've had me babysitting him since he got here. He's not a bad kid, but he's spacey. Good fighter though, at least I won't be bored. Oh wait, this is a secret report. The past few days, the other members have been showing me how to fight and do mission stuff. They also told me more about the organization and about myself. I still don't really get what a heart is, but apparently it's a vital piece of who I am, so I've decided to cooperate. If I collect enough hearts, I can complete Kingdom Hearts. Then I'll be whole. Oh, I can just push triangle and go straight to it. Xion is being monitored. Roxas, meanwhile, has begun his training exercises. It is imperative that we keep Xion from having undue contact with Roxas until we are certain it will perform as expected, which will take another 10 days if Vexen's convictions are to be trusted. As for the Keyblade Master, Marluxia will no doubt be keeping an eye on him. Me and Axel went on a mission to Twilight Town. Afterwards, we went and had ice cream again up on the clock tower. He said friends do stuff like that, or they laugh together. So does that mean me and him are friends? Another mission with Roxas today. Is he seriously my responsibility? At least he's starting to talk like a normal person. Maybe that means his memory's coming back. Still, this kid's supposed to be the Keyblade Master's nobody? I don't see it. Yes, we back, Zemus. Had a little crash, but we back. The other members have been teaching me more about how to fight and stuff. It's going, I guess. Every day after work, I've been meeting Axel at the clock tower to have sea salt ice cream. It really is salty, but still sweet too. How come it tastes so familiar? Ugh, how dare they shut me out of monitoring the Keyblade Master? Oh, my bad, I should tell who's writing the secret reports. This is Lurksine. I guess you guys probably knew that, because it kind of sounds like her. You want me to talk like her too? How dare they shut me out of monitoring the Keyblade Master, and then send me off to teach that half-baked nobody basic magic? I should have had him light me on fire. It won't be long now, though. Once I'm over at CO, Castle Oblivion, our plan goes into action. No more playing nanny. Ever. Axel's going to some place called Castle Oblivion. He told me because we're pals. We had to go home early to get ready, and after he left, I noticed the word winner on my ice cream stick. I wonder what I won. I'll ask him when I see him tomorrow. Axel. They pushed up the Castle Oblivion plan. Our little hero with the key must have made a move. Me and his nobody have been meeting up for ice cream the last few days. Not the best conversationalist, but at least he's mastered a few facial expressions besides doom and gloom. I told him about Castle Oblivion, but he didn't seem to follow. I guess it's understandable. Axel left before I woke up this morning. I never got to ask him about the ice cream stick. I was partnered up with number 14 for today's mission. Shion wore a hood the whole time and wouldn't say a word to me. Come to think of it, I didn't have a lot to say either. Afterwards, I went and had ice cream by myself. Vexen. The program is largely on target. No Eye, my finest replica, has proven an even greater success than anticipated. I intend to take the other vessel, judged unfit for number status, to Castle Oblivion, where I will subject it to further testing. One thing is very clear. Could these replicas not be classified as a special sort of nobody? I teamed up with number 14 again. We finally talked a little. Shion even said my name for the first time. Afterwards, I had ice cream by myself again. The lady at the shop said you can trade me the winner stick for an extra bar, but I can't eat more than one. Zexion. Marluxia has succeeded in leading the Keyblade Master to the castle. I sense multiple threads at work, but details on each of the projects are scarce. I suspect some alleged organization projects are secretly private machinations. Marluxia seems especially suspect. That's a tongue twister. Today was my third day with Shion. I've gotten to know a little more about her. That's right, she's a girl with black hair and she can use the Keyblade just like me. I took her out for ice cream afterwards, but I'm saving the winner stick. Axel deserves reward when he gets back. Shion wants to have ice cream with us from now on. Maybe we'll be buddies. Lexius. Pressing Zexion for answers would be a waste of time. I know that, but this dearth of information is hard to accept. What's happening on the upper levels? What ought we be doing down here? They hug their truths close and leave the rest of us to speculate. Zexion talks of the bond we share as an organization, but how could such a thing exist? Still, he remains the only one I can trust. I can only remember part of this day. I heard somebody sent to Castle Oblivion was terminated. Gotta go to sleep, but have an amazing rest of your night. I appreciate you, Zemus. Thank you so much. Thank you too. I need to add that. You have a good night. I heard somebody sent to Castle Oblivion was terminated. Syx said it may have been Axel. I tried to ask Zigbar about it on the day's mission, and he said nothing's left of the nobodies once we're gone, because we have no hearts to leave behind. I don't remember much after that. They say I collapsed and wouldn't wake up. Zexian. Simple deduction suggests Axel's outwardly inscrutable actions are the result of some directive from Syx. Why else eliminate Vexen? He simply wanted to do research. Did we not all stand to gain from the fruits of his program? What is Axel thinking? Axel is in the way, though I don't know if he's aware of our plot. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. I was right. There is nothing for that. Axel's in the way. Who's talking here though? Marluxia. Axel's in the way, though I don't know if he's aware of our plot. Vexen had no part in our plans. Why eliminate him, assuming Axel's orders were to root out traitors to the organization? Discerning his motive merits our full attention. And this is Axel. I've uncovered most of what I need to know about the replica program, but where's the other one? I can't find any trace of it. Vexen was caught in the middle. Pitiable, but unavoidable. I could not risk his program falling into their hands. Of greater concern are the traitors. Not the obvious turncoats, but the ones who will get in his and my way. The Keyblade Master is not our enemy. Alright. 50? I assume there's something in rocks. Okay, there we go. I must have missed a lot. It's like I had the longest dream. I woke up to find a bunch of seashells by my pillow. I counted them, one for each day. They said I was asleep. I was wondering who left them there, but when I got to the clock tower, Xion gave me another one. I held it up to my ear and I could hear the ocean. Why did it sound so familiar? The stuff I dreamed about felt strangely familiar too. I remember being in a white room with somebody the same age as me wearing red clothes, and then he sort of disappeared into the white. And there's this girl's voice. She said she knew I'd be snoozing. Why would she know that? The voice was a little like Xion's. Is this Xion? Yep. Roxas woke up today. I think he was dreaming this whole time. Being with him feels strange. Familiar, like listening to the waves crash against the shore. But why? It sounds like the worst has come to pass. The whole Castle Oblivion team wiped from existence. It's hard to come to grips with the idea that Axel is gone. I feel choked up? I don't know what you'd call it. I've never had this kind of sensation. I went up to the clock tower to have ice cream, but nobody else showed up. Syx. The replica program continues apace, but something has gone wrong at Castle Oblivion. The Dusk returned with word that none of those we dispatched survived, but the news came in fragments. I still know too little to extract the truth. I doubt Axel will be among those lost, but I must plan for the worst. First, I must locate the Keyblade Master. I sit up on the clock tower, but no one comes. Ice cream tower. Not Axel, not even Xion. That weird lump in my throat won't go away. Something else is bothering me. This is gonna sound crazy, good thing it's private. But these pictures keep flashing through my head. Not all the time, just sometimes. Ever since I collapsed. It happens when I'm awake too, on missions. So I don't think it's a dream. Where are the pictures coming from? This is Xion, I'm assuming? Axel. I've lost track of the Keyblade Master and the other intruders. I'm the only one left in the castle. Everyone else has been destroyed. My orders were to end the traitors, but I think by this point I fit that bill better than anybody else. That's one last thing I need to look into while I'm here. Axel's back. After work, Axel turned up. Just like that, out of nowhere. I didn't know what to say. I thought we'd lost him for good. We went up to the clock tower and talked for a while. I told him about Xion. The choked up sensation has gone away. Zigbar. Syx had a hand in what went down like Castle Oblivion. Well, more like a whole arm, which means Axel was on it as well. It's a fact that Xemnas ordered Axel to take out the traitors, orders which went through Syx. No specific names were given, but naturally Xemnas knew who the turncoats were right from the get-go. Me and Axel went to Agrabah. He seems different now that he's back from Castle Oblivion. Ice cream was just the two of us today. I wonder when me and Axel and Xion will all get to have ice cream together. Axel, the longer you know somebody, the less you need to speak in clear terms. Everything gets across with a wink and a nudge, a little reading between the lines. When it comes to what befell our late comrades at Castle Oblivion, ambiguity suits me just fine. But the Keyblade Master and Roxas come out and say every little thing that comes to mind. Maybe that's human, or maybe they're just special. Where's Xion? After I finished my mission and wanted all three of them to have ice cream, but I couldn't find Xion. It's been at least 10 days since I've seen her. Axel said he'd asked Syx about what was going on. Speaking of Axel, I didn't see him there. Xion. I lost the ability to use the Keyblade, and I have no idea why. I don't know what to do about it. About anything. It happened suddenly after Roxas woke up. If I can't collect hearts anymore, the organization has no use for me. This is terrible. My job today was to help Axel find Xion. It turns out she had gone missing, but we managed to find her. We finally got to all have ice cream together, which was nice, but Xion can't use her Keyblade anymore. Axel says friends help each other out, so I'm going to go on missions with her until she remembers how to use the Keyblade herself. Axel. Honestly, I never got why Roxas was so crazy about Xion. I know they both joined up around the same time, and they're both rookies, but how do you get close to somebody who hides their face all the time? Well, I saw it today. All of a sudden, number 14 up and takes off her hood. Xion is a girl, and she looks just like Naminé. That's what he saw. He saw Naminé. Who he saw, I mean. Me and Xion are working together now. The genie we met in Agrabah said he and his friend Al are inseparable. Axel told us best friends can be inseparable even if they're not always together. But it sounded like he wasn't too sure about himself. I thought Axel knew everything. Oh well. That reminds me, those weird pictures flashed through my head again while I was in Agrabah. The guy in red I wrote about before. Has he been to Agrabah or something? Xion. Roxas has been coming along on my missions to help out since I can't use the Keyblade. Axel is covering for me, so I should be safe for now. But what am I going to do if I never get the Keyblade back? I can't lie forever. Xemnas has summoned us. Nothing he says ever makes sense to me. He showed us Kingdom Hearts, a big heart-shaped moon floating up there in the night sky, and said the human heart will never have the power over us. Great, I guess. So why are we trying to get hearts again? Axel said I'll understand better once I have a heart, but I'm not so sure. Syx. The hearts collected by our two Keyblade wielders, Roxas and Xion, have gathered together, and now Almighty Kingdom Hearts waxes large in the night sky. Our efforts have come to bear fruit, nearly ripe for the plucking. All plans proceed smoothly, alarmingly so, in fact, though this is no time to be deterred by paranoia. Paranoia will destroy ya. Oh, okay. I went to Agrabah today with Xion. We make a pretty good team now. Afterwards, me and her and Axel talked about us and the other nobodies. The ones who make it into the organization are powerful enough to keep their memories, but me and Xion can't remember our past. What was I like? Xion. Neither Roxas or I have any memory of our human lives. I don't even remember my first days as a nobody. Roxas said he was the same, but I'm not so sure. For me, it's a total blank. I can't even remember the day I met Roxas or Axel. It's all a blur. Today's mission was with Xion and Beast Castle. I tried loaning her my Keyblade, and she had no problem using it. That meant I had to fight without it, but we got the job done. Afterwards, Xion remembered how to summon her own Keyblade, so I guess we're out of trouble. When we were done, we all had ice cream together. Axel. Shion regained her ability to wield the Keyblade. I don't know how or why. Maybe there's more to the Keyblade Master they're not telling me about. I feel like I've been spending more time talking to Roxas and Shion lately than my old friend Cyrus. This has to this has to have been what it was like, friendship. Every day after work, the three of us have been going to our place on top of the clock tower to have ice cream. We don't talk about much, but I wouldn't miss these combos for the world. I wonder if Axel and Shion feel the same way. Do the other organization members have their own routines? It's hard to picture. I knew it would be Demix. Every day it's work, work, work. I'm dead bored and I'd kill for some vacay. And nobody needs to rest, am I right? And when I get it, it's going to be nothing but me and my sitar. Sigh. Today it was me and Zigbar. Axel and Shion went out on their own mission. Zigbar told me that Shion and me are exceptional, you know, like special nobodies, because we can use a Keyblade. Work dragged on late, so I didn't make it up to the clock tower. I wonder if Shion and Axel made it. These pictures started flashing through my head again on the mission. The boy and bread, what's it all about? Maybe when Zigbar called me special, he meant cray-cray. Seriously though, is Shion experiencing the same thing? It feels weird to ask. Zigbar, Roxas is maturing at an impressive rate. His face, the way he handles the Keyblade, it's all exactly the same. The world seems so divided and alone, but there's always that steady thread there to connect them. And we nobodies can never escape the things we did as humans. So it goes. Today was my first vacay ever. I didn't know what to do with it. Axel said to do what I like, but all I like is having ice cream with my buddies. So that's what I ended up doing. Axel leaves tomorrow for some kind of mission, which reminds me, I still haven't given him the winner sticker yet. Axel. Talking to Roxas and Shion always brings back memories of my human life, back when I was a kid. It's a weird sensation. I ought to be able to share all this with Cyax, but I just don't feel like it anymore. It's strange, but I'm content with just missing what's gone. I'm not the one who changed. You did. Axel's been gone forever. It's just been me and Shion at the clock tower. While me and Zeldin explored Beast's castle, we found something he wants to protect. Zeldin says that's a weakness, but I'm not so sure. What does it mean to care about something that much? I don't, so it's hard to wrap my head around the whole idea. Zeldin. Watching that foolish beast flail about only deepens my disdain for humans and their incessant need to be pinned down by feelings. We became nobodies precisely to avoid the shackles of emotion. It was only later that we realized the scale of that loss, that some things simply cannot be done without our hearts. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Today's mission took me to a new world. It was a weird place. I was up on the clock tower afterwards when Axel turned up after being away forever. He said he finished that long mission, but this time Shion didn't show. I was going to give Axel that winner stick, but I should wait until I get another one. It wouldn't be fair to leave Shion out. Shion. That man wearing the organization's coat, that jerk. He's too powerful. I can't beat him unless I get stronger. And while I'm not a sham, I'm not a sham. I'm not. He is. He's the one pretending to be something he isn't. Too precious to lose. Shion didn't come to the clock tower again today. She and Cyax had some kind of arguments. Axel and I talked for a while about the things we can't bear to lose. Axel thinks that for nobodies it's our past, because that's all we have to remember, the pain of losing something. I don't remember my past, but the idea of losing the present, Axel or Shion, scares me. Cyax. As I expected, the duplicate is starting to show its limits. The program showed promise, but a puppet is just a puppet, something to be toyed with until it breaks. I'm utterly at a loss as to what Roxas and Axel see in that thing. How best to dispose of it merits my consideration going forward. Whew, this is a lot of reading. But we got this. We're like halfway, I think. We got this. I ran into Shion in Twilight Town. I guess she messed up a mission pretty bad the other day and it's been bugging her. We went up to the clock tower afterwards. She said me and her are different, which is pretty obvious if you look at us, but I don't think that's what she meant. A lot seems to be on her mind, and it's not the same as what's on mine. Shion. I wasn't ready to see Roxas again. I can't help but compare us. We both use the Keyblade, but we're so different. Does he dream? It seems like that's all I do anymore. Last night I dreamt of the ocean. I was drowning. I think Shion might be mad at me, but I don't know why. Axel says girls are complicated. You can't press the wrong buttons, like I'm supposed to know what the right ones are. Axel. Roxas and Shion must have had it over something. Knowing them is something dumb, but still. Watching them, it's like they're human. It's messing with my head. I kind of wonder if Roxas understands all that about the wrong buttons. I get the sense a lot about it went right over his head. A lot of it went right over his head. It's hard spending time with Shion, and Axel seems busy too. I've been having ice cream alone, but it's not the same. All I taste is the salt, and my hands get all sticky. It's like I'm going through the motions of eating it just so I can throw the stick out and get on with life. I must have had about 100 of these things, and I still haven't found another winner. I never did find a way to ask Shion about the pictures that go through my head. I really don't know what to do about anything right now. Demix. I've got my new hit single. X-Face is always barking at me at work. X-Face, but what's he expect me to do against a monster like that? I mean, stop and think about skill sets when you divide up the labor already. On my mission at Beast Castle, Zaldin told me about love and the special power it has over people. I tried to ask Axel about it, but his explanation didn't make any sense to me. Every time I ask him about this kind of thing, he tells me I need a heart to understand. It's like he's dodging the question. Syx. Shion failed to complete its mission. He called her an it. Not cool. If this continues, destroying it and using the next replica as a duplicate would undoubtedly yield a higher grade copy. No Eye was among the initial lot, which naturally raises questions about its capabilities. At present, it is nothing short of broken. I cannot fathom why Zeniths would want to keep it. Shion failed her mission, and now she's in a deep sleep. I thought they were lying to me when they told me, but I went to see her and she really was just asleep. I left the seashell by her pillow, just like she did for me. Syx hates her, I don't know why. Maybe he knows more about her than the rest of us do. These pictures flashed into my mind again on today's mission. The same boy in red as usual. I guess he's been to Wonderland. I'm still trying to figure out what it is I'm seeing. Axel. There has to be something to what Syx said. Why isn't Shion qualified to be one of us? He said to just look at her, but at what? The fact that she looks like Naminé? Shion and Naminé must be connected. Nobody is Shion anyway. What is Syx hiding? I decided to work harder while Shion is asleep to pick up some of the slack. Axel said he asked Syx about her, but no dice. He did say that Syx was having second thoughts about calling her broken though. I just hope we all get this drama ironed out soon so she doesn't have to wake up to it. Luciard. I find myself envying the children. Perhaps some fundamental difference exists between those who become nobodies as adults and otherwise. The longer you've lived, the more you're positioned to lose with such a gamble. But a child can look forward, unafraid, even in the face of immeasurable odds. I doubt they even see life as a gamble the way we do. Shion hasn't waken up yet, but I'm pulling double duty to make up for it. Me and Axel talk about the dumbest stuff now. Afterwards, we head back to the castle, and I leave a seashell by Shion's pillow. It would please me to see her smile when she finds them. Those pictures flash in my head again in Neverland, and when I flew, it felt like I'd done it before. Has the guy in red flown before? Is that it? Syx. Shion continues to sleep. All analysis on its function suggests no marked change. The copying appears to be working, but a replica is a replica. My latest report to Xemnas on this netted me no clear answers. He simply stood, smiling. At times, I find his thinking impenetrable. Shion's awake now. The three of us were going to go get some ice cream after our mission, but she passed out again, so we had to take her home. I talked with Axel in her room until she woke up. He said the three of us were best friends, inseparable. Shion. I finally woke up just to pass out again? Why? Because I'm a failure? I dreamt the whole while I was out. It was something nostalgic, but what? Why can't I remember? It could be a key memory for my human life. All I can remember is the sound of waves, gentle in the distance. Ooh, that's a long one by Axel. We've all started going back to our usual spots after work. Sometimes Axel and Shion are there waiting for me, other times I get there first. Things have gotten busier for us, so we can't all make it every day. But even if they're not there, at least now it seems like we're together again. I wonder if it seems that way to them too, though they're both gone. I forgot to ask Shion about the pictures in my head again. It was the same kid in red. Who is he? What does he have to do with me? Axel. I never thought I'd see the word replica again. Any rational man would realize that Riku replica was not likely unique, but I'm the only one in the organization who knew of his exceptional copying functionality, and that he ultimately formed a sense of self. The fact that I knew all that and still never noticed the truth about Shion speaks to how remarkable a replica she must be. But my questions remain unanswered. Who is she a replica of? Naminé? Kairi? Or perhaps someone entirely different? Why did the organization admit her into its membership? And why would such a fine replica fall unconscious or sporadically lose its command of the Keyblade? Good questions. Good questions. I think something's wrong with Shion. Is she not feeling well again? Axel said we should all go to the beach next time we get a vacation. I think he senses something is wrong too. That's why he suggested the beach to make her feel better. Axel. Even if Shion is a replica, I puppet, she's still Shion. I understand that in my head, but how do I interact with her now? Riku replica was just a tool, but I can't just use Shion. No, I was wrong to have just used Riku replica in the first place. How is a man-made puppet any less worthy than nobody that was never meant to exist at all? They're both ambiguous, tenuous at best, and she's my friend. Even if neither of us should exist, that doesn't invalidate the bonds we've formed. Next break we get, I told her we'd all go to the beach. I hope we get the chance. Our little summer vacation. I know if we can get together and laugh about stupid stuff, this nagging doubt will go away. Okay, now I'm really worried about Shion. I told Axel, but all he said was that she'll get through it. He knows something is wrong. I bet he's just telling me that to put my mind at ease. Well, it's not working. Xemnas. My body feels heavy and my head aches. I'm too busy dreaming to get any restful sleep. Axel knows something. He's hiding some secret. It must be in Castle Oblivion. That's where I was born. That's not Xemnas. That was Shion. Sorry. Day 250. This one's Xemnas. I mean, this one's at Roxas. The next secret one is Xemnas. I had ice cream with Axel after work today, but Shion didn't show. Axel said she got sent on an important mission, but he wouldn't look at me when he said it. I've been wondering what's wrong with Shion all this time, but now that I stop and think about it, Axel's not himself either. Shion's appearance should vary based on the relation of the viewer to her. Saix sees her simply as a puppet. The program approaches completion. Through Roxas, Shion is assembling a copy of the hero of the Keyblade. As proof, she sometimes appears to take on his form to my eyes. Shion has gone missing, but nobody said anything about her being hurt, so that's good, I guess. Did she run off? That doesn't make any sense. Xemnas told us not to go after her. The way Saix explained it, it's almost like they don't think she's worth getting back. What's going on? Xigbar. Shion's disappearance is fascinating. If she really is breaking from our control, It's a sign of her approaching the essence of the hero. It seems Sykes still doesn't truly see her. I'm curious to know how she appears to the others. I see her as him, though I suspect that Zemus sees something else entirely in her. I want to talk to Axel about Sean, but I can't seem to get 10 seconds with him. What am I supposed to do? I can't believe he's avoiding me. We're supposed to be buddies. Oops. Loose shirt, because it said cards. Alright. The air is changed. It's charged. I can feel it. You go out on a big gamble at a time like this, and you're going to lose big. That said, it's betting against the worst odds that nets the biggest wins. I'm eager to see how this hand plays out. We getting there. We getting there. We almost done. I don't remember much about today's mission, just that it was by the beach. Or was it? The mission didn't even feel real. Me and Axel agreed to start looking for Xion tomorrow. I think it's Axel. Yep, it's Axel. Xion is gone. Roxas still doesn't know anything, but Xion found out. That's why I need to find her. We don't have hearts, so we accept the facts for giving us the truth. But something is far more important lies behind that truth. Sykes would laugh at people with no hearts calling one another friends, but that doesn't make it not so. As the nobody of the hero, the Keyblade, and the replica of that nobody, those two are special, unique in every sense of the word. But that doesn't change the fact that we're friends. Nothing will. Gotta memorize Xion. I've looked everywhere for her, in every world, but there's just no sign of her. Where is she? Why is she leaving the organization? I don't get it. Any of it. Sykes. Axel and Roxas are up to something. No plot they concoct will change the fact that the organization has cast off Xion, though. Our plans have split, diverged, and advanced now to the next stage. The No-Eye program and Replica program has merely paved the way. Our true goals lie elsewhere. There's one place we haven't checked yet to see if Xion's there. Castle Oblivion. When I brought it up with Axel, he surprised me by saying that Castle Oblivion is where Xion comes from. I guess he just found out himself. Is that where she is? Probably Axel. Xigbar. None of us really know everything that's going on in Castle Oblivion. Some rooms even Zemus doesn't know about. Not many of them are even aware that Xion was born there. I wonder if the truth about that place will ever surface. I went to Castle Oblivion to find Xion, but I don't remember anything about it. Axel said I collapsed as soon as I got there. I woke up in Twilight Town, and incredibly enough, Xion was there. But she wasn't alone. There was this guy with her, and he was wearing the organization's coat. I could tell by his build that he wasn't one of us, though. Who is he? Axel? Yep. The man they're calling the imposter, that fake organization member, is Riku. Roxas could very well remember that, somewhere deep in his memories. Still, it's too soon to report this. If I need to know why Xion was with him first, I need to know why Xion was with him first. If she's siding with the hero, it could easily mean her erasure. What are you planning to do, Xion? I don't believe it. Axel attacked Xion. There had to have been some other way. I know she's acting weird, but I hardly recognize Axel these days either. What's going through their heads? I feel so left out. Sykes. Axel failed to report that the imposter and Xion are working together. Instead, that news came from Roxas, that the boy is far more easily handled than Axel, but now Axel has captured Xion and returned her to us. His motives are impossible to read. Our plans can be altered if necessary, but doing so can only delay their realization. Zemus told me that Sora is the connection between me and Xion. Who's Sora? Axel. Roxas doesn't trust me after the whole Xion incident, but I can't tell him the truth yet, so I keep lying. It's no big deal when you're a nobody. There's no guilt, no feeling at all. So why does it still sting just a little when I lie to him? All my feelings with Roxas give me this bizarre illusion of humanity. For the first time in a while, the three of us meet up in the clock tower. None of us really know what to say. We We used to talk each other's ears off, but I guess those days are gone. So much has happened lately that I've been forgetting to write about those pictures in my head. Now it happens even when I'm not on missions, more often too. They even show up in my dreams. Xion told me she has dreams too. Is this all connected? Is it Xion? Yep. We watched the sunset today, the three of us. I didn't think we'd ever be able to do that again. It's like that dream I had, the one where I was by the shore with Roxas and Axel. Watching the sunset over the water, I just wanted to stay with them. But how? What should I do? Oh, we're really close. We are really close. I dreamt all the time now. I dream all the time now, but I don't sleep well. I wake up tired every day. I guess that makes them nightmares, not dreams. Xion and Axel don't come to the clock tower anymore. I thought maybe if I got everything off my chest with them, I might stop having nightmares, but so much for testing that theory. Axel. Xion is burning through missions at full tilt. She seems frantic. Why? I don't know. Speaking of, I still don't know what to say to Roxas. Even without my orders from Syx, I'll do anything to stop Roxas from being erased. I just don't know if I can stand by and let that happen to Xion either. I feel so tired, I almost disconnected from my body. The dreams have gotten stranger. Now I wake up with water in my cheeks. I don't know how I got there, but I think there's something really wrong with me. Today I was teamed up with Xion. She seems to be in a lot better shape than me. We had ice cream together, something we hadn't done in a while. Xion. Axel's always helped me out, so I just assumed he would again. How long has he known about me? Maybe since long before we met in Castle Oblivion, but he told me to think for myself. Whew, I was so happy. But now, as I get stronger, Roxas keeps getting weaker. I shouldn't exist anymore. They say that nobodies were never meant to exist, but I'm the real affront. But before I'm gone, I just want to help Roxas and Axel, even just a little. I think the boy I saw today is the same Sora from my memories. I had another dream. My head feels heavy. I want to have ice cream with Xion and Axel again. Xemnas. But be they a puppet or the hero's nobody, we merely need a functional Keyblade master. The details are unimportant. The puppet has developed to a point where the hero of the Keyblade may be entirely redundant. Indeed, perhaps we ought to never allow Sora to awaken. He cannot be controlled. He will rise up against us. We must move our agenda ahead with that firmly in mind. Me and Xion and Axel had ice cream. The sunset was beautiful. I don't have to write anything else down because I'll never forget this day. Xion. Riku gave me this time. Axel told me to spend it thinking for myself. The organization is determined to erase either me or Roxas. They'll never allow us to coexist. I love Roxas and Axel. I'm sure Syx would scoff at that. Call it a trick of my artificial memories, but the time I spent on that clock tower was real. I wish the three of us could stay together just like this forever, but I have to end this. I'll never forget today's sunset. Even if Roxas and Axel do, I won't forget. Axel let Xion lead the organization, just like he wanted her to go. She's a puppet, a mirror that reflects me. He's talking nonsense. I can't trust him anymore. Axel. I couldn't tell Xion she was wrong, and I can't bring myself to enter her. But it's either that, or I have to erase Roxas. There's no future where the three of us can sit around and eat ice cream. I know Roxas will never understand. I don't want to acknowledge it myself. I don't understand the organization, I don't understand Axel, I understand myself least of all. Why do I keep coming back to the castle? Me and Xion are special, connected by Sora. If she's a puppet, maybe I am too. I don't know what I am. Xion. I wanted to see Roxas one more time, but I couldn't. What could I say? What would I say? Did I ever really exist? Even if not, I just hope that those times we spent watching the sunset were real. I know Naminé will tell me how to get back where I belong. I should hurry to see her. I know who I am. I'm done with this! Xigbar. The gears of Xemnas' plans have begun to spin wild since the loss of half our membership at Castle Oblivion. The results are there, but can this state of affairs fairly be called a success? If Kingdom Hearts can be said to possess a mind of its own, it is surely rejecting Xemnas. No, rejecting Xehanort. Roxas left the organization today. Sykes. Our plans have never accounted for the possibility of both Xion and Roxas leaving. How did this come to pass? When did Roxas grow strong enough to outmuscle me? What were you really after, Lee? We joined the organization at the same time and formulated our plan. At this point, it's just an idle fantasy. Everything changed. You and me. I did forget. Was that in the movie? I honestly don't remember, but yeah, I do remember in the game you fight Sykes. But yeah. 3 again? I'm going to set Kingdom Hearts free and find my way to Sora. I'm going to get Xion back. The 3 of us will have ice cream together again. I know it. Axel, to my best friend. Roxas left. It's so like him to leave that winter ice cream stick behind. Come tomorrow, I'll probably get the order to hunt him down. But leaving that here makes it feel so permanent. I wish the 3 of us, 3? No, that the other 2 of us could share some ice cream again someday. That's what it is to be friends. Finale. Ah, final. Finale. Finale. Xemnas ends the secret notes. With luck, we can bring Roxas back into our fold. But even if Sora should awaken, as the hero of the Keyblade, he's bound to keep unlocking hearts. If he should come to target us, we need simply subdue him and use his powers ourselves once more. I must become one with Kingdom Hearts. I will become a higher existence. All my true ambitions begin there. That's that. That's it. I'm tired as heck. I need some water. I need something. So, thank you so much, guys, for coming. Xemnas, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you. I hope your homework went well. Hope you ace everything you do. Allie, thank you for popping in. You that, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you get a PB really soon. Batu Kionda, thank you so much for hanging out. Batu Kionda, thank you for hanging out. You're the best. Tempest, I think I already said it. Thank you for being here. Everyone else who didn't say anything, I'm not mad. Thank you for hanging out. From you, that's Raid. Thank you, everyone. Lurkers, thank you. Um, really enjoyed this movie. Thanks for hanging out with me in the movie. And I know there's a lot of diaries to read, a lot of diary stuff to read. I apologize that went a little long, but thank you everyone for hanging out. Um, I'm definitely Batu Kionda. Batu Kionda. I'm definitely taking tomorrow off. Like I was going to anyway, but I'm definitely after today gonna take it off. Um, and Wednesday I'll do my brain stream. Thursday I'll do Age of Empires. Friday I'm doing a slightly different schedule, like not too different, but from now on I'm doing every game only once a week. I'll have a new game every day, except every other week I'll do Kingdom Hearts on Saturday and Sunday because I want to get through Kingdom Hearts fast. So that's the only game I'll do twice a week. I was going to do Birth by Sleep, but you guys convinced me after this to do Kingdom Hearts 2. So on Saturday I'll do Kingdom Hearts 2, and then Sunday I'm going to start a new game, Celeste. I heard it's a great game. It's a platformer game. I've watched a little bit of it. It looks super fun. So I'm starting Celeste on Sunday. And then next week, Saturday and Sunday, I'll do Kingdom Hearts 2. And then the week after that, I'll only do Kingdom Hearts 1 day. So we'll alternate on the days with 2 days of Kingdom Hearts. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's see if anyone's online. I highly doubt it. Anyone is. I mean, I'm sure someone is, but it's super late. We'll see though. We'll see if we want to raid somebody. Al Turds is streaming. Of course, he always streams late. We're gonna check out Al. He's a good friend of mine. He plays. He's playing Persona 4 right now, which is a game that I want to play soon. I'm gonna buy it soon and play it. So, love you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out, watching the movie. And I will see you on Wednesday to get a little bit smarter. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. I didn't type my raid message. Ah! Peace. I just added that little thing. I mean, I had the whole thing, but I had the oh ah. All right. Peace.